Hey guys, welcome back. So in the last video, we talked about handling shortening the time every time a user gets the right answer. In this video, we're still on the same project, the number project, but I created this meter, and the reason why I want to create this meter is because I want to add like a streak feature. Say a person gets a certain number of questions right consecutively, then you get a times 2 multiplier. And this, or a times 3 multiplier, whatever, the multiplier can go up. This meter will sort of represent this. So if you look at it, if you see the stars, there's 10 stars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 stars. And this, if you notice that red in the back, let me press play to show you guys. It's called fill. If you look at this little slider here, as I drag this to the right, the meter fills up. Once the meter is filled, it's going to reset, boop, go back to 0, and it starts the new streak. Now, once the streak, once it reaches fill, it's going to add on to the current streak. So that's what I want to focus on in this video. If you guys want a video on how I created this, just put it in the comment section below and I can show you guys. Like I said, I used the casual game UI. There's a link for it on my very first number project video, but if you need it, I'll put the link in the description below for this one. But I mean, feel free. It doesn't matter what the meter looks like. You can do it however you please. It's just my aesthetic appeal for this particular project. The script should work. The script that I'm creating should work regardless of how it looks. All right, so we go to the number meter. This is the object that holds all the other stuff, and we create streak meter. That's what we're going to call it. Create an add, creates a new script. Go to asset folder. I'm going to put these in the script folder because you try to keep it organized. I moved that to the wrong folder. That's not what I want. So you notice this folder contains my animation. This folder contains my prefab. This folder contains my scenes. This contains my script. And so you just to keep it organized. So first we need access to the fill. That's this game object right here. So I'm going to call public transform fill. Call it fill amount. Or what else would we need? Public int streak. We'll set that 0 from the get-go. Alright, what else would we need? Need a speed. If you're wondering what script I'm looking at, I'm pulling variables from the load script. It follows pretty much the same template, but it's slightly different. So we need a function set call this set meter amount, set meter amount, set meter amount. Why I want this? Because I want this function to be accessed by the game manager. And the start function, say I wanted to set the current amount to 0, and then set this, well, we need a speed. No, you probably don't need a speed because it'd be handled by the game manager. It would not be filling automatically. Alright. It's complaining. Fill amount dot get component dot image dot fill amount. So what is that line of code saying? It's still complaining. Get rid of that. We won't need the speed. See line 22. So it's complaining about the image. The reason why it's complaining about the image is because I haven't imported this library. So I need Unity engine.ui. Compile the code and see it's fine now. So back to this line of code. What is this saying? What is this saying? So it is saying fill amount, which is a public transform, dot get component image dot fill amount, and in fact I'm just gonna call this an image, public image, and then call it fill amount. So fill amount, I'm going to change this around, fill image dot fill amount equals current amount. So like I said, I want this function to be able to grab by the game manager to set the streak whenever a correct answer is a question is answered correctly. Sorry. And so it's grabbing this fill image, and this is a public image. And how is this going to work? So if I go back to Unity, and if I look at the script now on the number meter board, is looking for that fill image. So I'm gonna drag this into it. The streak is 0 right now, which is fine. I want this to be public because this also be a number grabbed by the game manager that will apply to the points. So if the streak is say 2, then you times a 2 multiplier on the points that you get. The current default amount of points that you get is 5, times it by 2, that's 10, and you add up times 3, so on and so forth. And that's why that variable is public. you know what, let's give it a try. So I'm gonna do this public int fill amount. Then I'm gonna do set meter public int fill amount. So fill amount, we're gonna set it to 10. What if we set it to 1? And that didn't do anything at all. Let's look at this warning. We set it to 5. Why is it not being... This doesn't matter, but... The fill amount is 0, and I want to set it to 5 in the start function, and it's always going to full. What's going on? I think I see what the issue is. Because the max value is 1. So what if I set it to 0.1? So you can't set it to 5 because the max value is 1. So it's automatically fills up. 0.1 F. How about that? There you go. Alright, so that's the issue. So this fill amount max value is 1. So you can't put, if you put 10 or 5 or even 2, if 2 is greater than 1, it's automatically going to fill up. And that's what happens. So when you see, when it's set to 1, sorry, 0.1, that 1 star is covered. let's see, set a 0.5. Does 5 stars get covered? Is it stars properly aligned? That's good. All right. Like I said, it shouldn't matter, because if you follow the CM guideline, so this is the number meter border. It's basically the border. If you look at this image at the bottom here, this is the fill. The fill can look like anything you want. Mine is just like a red dot, and it gets stretched when it's filled. The number banner, this is just the stars, and you could have any image you want in the middle. You could have lines, just as long as it sort of matches. You could have numbers if you want it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a text. I'm going to call this streak. I want it nice and big. I'm going to create this. This is just for testing purposes. So test private float wait time equals 1f, and we're going to call a coroutine. So I numerator fill meter, that's what I'm going to call it. And call the set current amount. (0.1), and so I'm going to set this to plus equal current amount. So set meter current amount, and so whatever its value is, so we set the streak to 0, fill amount was set to 0. Then return yield return new weight So yields return new wait for seconds, wait time. So it's called float wait time. We're going to pass that into the function. What are you complaining about all the time? Damn. Alright. Alright, set meter yield return new wait seconds. And so on the start function, we can call while true excuse me. It's not finding that coroutine. What am I missing? Is it system.collections? Call private for testing purposes only. Private enumerator coroutine equals set meter amount wait time while true set meter amount coroutine. Oh, not that. So start so we call this function start coroutine and coroutine. Alright, so I figured it out. The reason why I was calling that error is because I was calling the wrong function. It was not set meter amount. It's supposed, the function is supposed to be calling the coroutine is supposed to be set to is fill meter. Alright. Now I don't think this should be this way. Alright. If you're wondering what's on my screen to the left, that's the Unity scripting docs. It's very helpful. A lot of this stuff in terms of scripting. Alright, just format that. Push that in. I'm missing a bracket. That's weird. Oh. There it is. Okay. So, let's give this a test. There you go. it's not smooth because I'm not doing times time dot delta, so it's 4, 5. All right. All right. So if fill image dot fill amount does not equal to 1, else if it does equal to 1, then we set it to the new amount, set it to that amount. All right, current amount, and then the streak plus plus. We increment the streak plus 2. And set the streak to multiply it to 1 instead of 0. Which line? Line 25. It doesn't contain. It's the wrong spelling. There you go. And so we're gonna call this, and this, once again, this is just for testing. Game object. Why are you doing that? Game object text or this is text equals game object dot find game object find the game object. Why are you, what's going on? Let's just do this. Public text 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 dot text equals, I'm gonna do x for the multiplier plus streak dot to string. All right, so let's watch that. So the text is not saying anything because the streak didn't get updated yet. There you go. Oh. And so the issue that I'm having is I didn't pass in the text object. Where are you? Oh, streak. All right. Go. There you go. Nice one. There you go. And fill up again. There's another set of 10 questions answered correctly. Times 2. There you go. And so that's the streak. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, just put it in the comment section below. Like I said, I use the casual game UI. I'll throw a link in the description below if you want the same thing, but once again, it doesn't matter. And hopefully, if the script is fairly simple, I'll also attach, I'll put the link of the Unity scripting doc that I used. But if you need the script, I can put it there as well. But thanks for watching.